everyone, and welcome to the Northdale Middle School Pool for CTN's coverage of high school swimming late in the season as the Cardinals welcome the Maple Grove Crimson. Joe Young and Howie Shapiro up above the action. And Howie, it's nice to be in here on a cool October evening.
Yeah, I wish we get some of that cool breeze coming in from the door. But this this particular matchup tonight for the Cardinals, this is a pretty good Maple Grove squad. This is a Maple Grove squad that within 2 weeks is going to probably be playing for the conference title. They just came off recently a win over Blaine where they won in the final event. So this is an opportunity for, again, for Coon Rapids girls to continue and improve upon their scores and times. And Coach Doug Donaldson. Doug's going to join us later during the diving events.
We get underway with the 200 medley relay. Crimson in the even lanes, Cardinals in the odd.
Coach Donaldson told me that Maple Grove, they don't have one or two individuals who are just head and shoulders above everybody else. They've got a lot of swimmers who are very fast.
The Cardinals starting to fill in that depth piece, and still a lot of youth on this Cardinal team.
Yeah, and good numbers too. Love to see that, the amount of swimmers that came out this season.
Maple Grove 1-2 at the first exchange. Amanda Johnson and Heidi Buchanan giving way to Julia Barton and Sarah Call, respectively. The Cardinals in the between them, Grace Narang gave it to Katrina Hogarth. And Hogarth now in the breaststroke portion, trying to at least hold on to a shot for second place. First place, Grace Rengel in with a giant lead, and it's neck and neck between third place now as we get Tristan Brendy Prince in for the Cardinals against Chloe Balder above her.
Yeah, the Crimson have such a big lead here in first, but you're right. It's going to be a nice swim to see who finishes second and third.
Brendy Prince able to get the Cardinals a slight edge in that second place race. And now Ella No, just a seventh grader, swimming the, that's why. All right, it was Tamala King, Ella Smith, Jeanette. Megan Schultz was number 3. That's how she got him the lead. And Emma Schmidt in the anchor spot will race to the wall. I was reading the JV names.
Hey,
the JV
names. I've been there.
I've
been known to write the JV roster down for the actual varsity games.
So Cardinals able to take 2 and 4. Maple Grove will finish 1-3-5. We will take a break. Be back with 200 freestyle after this. Deep downfield, Milwaukee behind the defense has the catch, and he is gone.
Great showing in the 100 butterfly. But you can't quite catch the leader. And it's hard to throw you for a loop.
No, not when it comes to swimming. Back at Northdale Middle School Pool, 200 freestyle, event number 2.
There you saw the score 10-4 in favor of Maple Grove to start that first event.
Cardinals top to bottom in the odd lanes. Sydney Waters up in 7, Ella Hacker in 5, Reagan Zeman in 3, and Natalie Falk in 1. The Crimson in the water, Jessica Bray in 6, Tegan Kautzman in 4, and Layla Vinny in lane 2. the early lead for Ella Hacker of Coon Rapids.
A good turn here. She's got a little bit of a lead.
Kautzman and Bray look like they have second and third locked up. Kautzman in lane 6, right on Hacker's heels. And now a challenge for third place between the lower two. Kautzman and Vinny of Maple Grove racing for third place. Hacker continuing to stretch her lead.
Yeah, she's doing a nice job of it,
Goes to
too.
the last turn.
And again, the nice turn off the wall really gives her a nice little advantage as she's trying to swim to
Push
capture
here
this.
from Bray, but still a full body length behind, and Hacker is going to win this one, get the Cardinals blue ribbon points, but the Crimson are going to...
Oh, Scott, we've got another lap to go. Or 2 laps.
Got ahead of myself.
You
No,
did.
1 lap.
1 lap. 1
2
lap.
lengths.
2 lengths. That's what I meant.
I was
It's not what I said. It's what I meant.
I was a little ahead of myself.
You have somewhere to be?
No.
Okay.
So now Hacker will cruise to the wall for the finish, the blue ribbon points for the Cardinals. It'll be a 2-3-4 finish for Maple Grove.
Yeah, and she did a nice job of extending that lead in the last length.
And the Cardinals in lane 3, Reagan Zeman will grab the last point, taking 5th place. Good finish for the Cardinals. And they will head into the 200-yard IM. That's coming up next on CTN.
This is my kingdom come. This is my kingdom come.
Hi, I'm Ryan Nagasu, 2010 Olympian and bronze medal winner of the 2014 U.S. Championships. I knew I loved skating at the age of 5, and now it's become my life passion. Find your skating passion at the Coon Rapids Ice Center. Classes are available all year round. It could be the place where your skating dreams come true. See you on ice.
Back in Northdale Middle School pool, a 19-11 lead for Maple Grove after a couple of events, but a nice win in the second event of the night for Ella Hacker.
Yeah, we'll talk to Coach Donaldson a little bit later, but I think he's got to be pleased with the fact that that she got that blue ribbon. Again, looking to improve on times.
Underway in the 200 IM, Maple Grove has Caitlin Arseth, Brenna McMahon, and Ella Sand in the water. For the Coon Rapids, Ella Cassidy in lane 3, Emma Schmidt in the middle in lane 5, and Jadlyn Michalowski up at the top in lane 7.
Yeah, a couple of freshmen swimming for Coon Rapids.
Lots and lots of youth.
Yeah, a couple of freshmen
On
from
this
Maple Grove
program.
too in this event. 2 freshmen.
McMahon has the lead after the first lap, going into the backstroke.
Yeah, she's been able to open up a nice lead. Let's see if she can continue it.
Caitlin Arseth running second down in lane 2. Emma Schmidt in a battle with Ella Sand for the 3 spot. But they are cutting into the lead as they near the midway point. And at the midway point, it's Arseth who has the lead down in lane 2.
Yeah, Coach Nelson talked about the speed of a number of these Maple Grove swimmers. Good technique as well.
Schmidt gaining ground in that battle for second place. Really a three-way race for second right now. Still got to hit the freestyle portion, but Arset's starting to run away with it down in lane 2.
Yeah, she really is. In fact, at this point, it's not even close.
It's going to be a real close turn to freestyle here for all 3 girls.
Yep.
Schmidt just a tiny bit behind in the third spot of those 3. And already making the turn is Arset in lane 2, heading for the finish.
Again, Arset, a freshman for Maple Grove.
McMahon and Sand are neck and neck. Sand starting to pull away a little bit up in lane 6. Schmidt just trying to stay with him. Sand will take second, McMahon third, as the Crimson sweep the podium.
This will open up their lead as well. Nicely swim event for Maple Grove.
Jadlyn Michalowski will make her way to the wall and take 5th place for the Cardinals. The Crimson continue to increase their lead after 3 events. We move on at Northdale Middle School. The Splash and Dash 50 free after this on CTN.
Oh, hi. I'm TV's Howie Shapiro. And when I'm not announcing CTN sports broadcasts with my sidekick Joe Yen, I'm watching all the other great programs on the CTN Studios YouTube page. There's news stories, great local events, and even full games. You can even watch on any smart device with a YouTube app. Whether that's your phone or a tablet, you can watch CTN's great programming wherever and whenever you want. You can even watch CTN's event coverage live. So no matter where you are, you can share in all the excitement. CTN Studios, building community through cable.
Back at Northdale Middle School pool, it's the quick one. The Splash and Dash, the 50 free. All-out sprint, 1 time down, 1 time back.
Joe's favorite.
It's all about the start and the turn. If you do well at both, you're typically going to win this race.
Yeah, it's always the
Lauren
push.
Bendorf has the lead at the turn, but challenged by Tamala King. Tamala King making a great push down the home stretch and could have the win. She does in 26.57. Just edges Bendorf below her.
Boy, she did a nice job of stretching it at the very end. Bendorf behind her, are in the lead, and just to the very end, and Tamala King did a nice job of stretching it out to get the win. Another nice first place finish for Coon Rapids.
Cardinals will take 4th and 1st. 2nd, 3rd, and 5th go in favor of the Crimson. We move on. Coming up next, diving on CTN.
Hi, I'm Officer Harmoning, and this is Crime Prevention in 60 Seconds. Today we're going to talk about mail theft and check fraud. In today's world, you don't see people using checks to pay for things very often. However, you might be surprised to know how often checks are being taken from residential mailboxes and used fraudulently. At the police department, we've seen a huge increase in mail theft and checks being used fraudulently to purchase items. If you are mailing checks for gifts to family or friends, or if you're using them to pay your bills, please do not leave them in your residential mailbox. Take them to a secure blue mailbox or to the post office. Now I know that's not the most convenient thing to do, but trust me, if you have to work it out with the bank on the other end, that's going to be way more difficult. Also, if you're expecting a check in the mail or new checks or a credit card or anything of value, make sure you're diligent in checking your mail regularly. As always, if you see someone or something suspicious or you think you've been a victim of mail theft, please call 911 to report it. That's it for now. Until next time, remember that together we can make a difference.
back at Northdale Middle School pool. The diving competition upcoming. We have 12 divers, 6 from either school. 11 of the 12 doing all 6 dives, so buckle up. We're going to be here for a while. We're joined, though, by an expert, Doug Donaldson, varsity head coach.
I thought you were talking about me.
Joining us in the booth. Doug, thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
Hey, yeah, welcome. Definitely. Talk a little bit about your diving squad and what you've seen from them this year so far coming up into this meet.
Yeah, I mean, we have a much larger group of divers this year than we've had in years past, and very excited to have some new faces and some returning faces. They've really been working hard, so it'll be good. Be a good night of diving for them. But yeah, we have 6 divers diving tonight, so that's exciting.
Laisha Martinez, the first diver of the night for Coon Rapids. And yeah, I remember years past when there was 1, maybe 2 divers in a Cardinal suit. Noelle Shandley, the first off the board for Maple Grove.
What do you know about the divers from Maple Grove? I know we talked, or you sent me a text earlier.
Yeah, the divers from Maple Grove, they have a couple good divers. Likely that they'll probably be close to 200 points, I think, for 2 of them. So we should see some good diving out of them tonight too.
Sydney Holloway, forward dive in the tuck position, a 14.4 score.
Sydney's come a long way. First year on the team, 8th grader. Her sister is actually a sophomore, so I think it's, yeah.
You have a lot of youth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very young.
Madeline Neuheisen. Forward somersault pike position, 21 even.
Yeah, nice score, 4 and 2 5s.
Forward dive tuck, 1.2.
Pair.
Pair.
Yep. Lorelei's a senior, first year out, decided she wanted to try diving, and she is absolutely fearless.
That's great.
Yeah.
And a bloomer for Maple Grove.
And I really liked walking in here tonight, Doug, seeing the numbers on your squad that you have this season.
Yeah, we're up to 48. We were at 50 at one point. I was really excited about that.
So you grew from
36. Yeah, we had 36 last year. Yeah.
Great.
Lily Newton, 1.5 in the tuck position.
It's also Lily's first year, 8th grader as well. She's really put in a lot of hard work.
Forward, 1 somersault pike, 1.5.
Abigail Kidman.
Yeah, that was a nice dive.
6.5, 6.6.
Yeah.
103C, forward, 1.5 somersault tuck, 1.6.
Claire Hartung with a 1.5.
21 to 26.
Claire's been putting in some good work. She dove all summer, and our diving coach, Osa Schmidt, has really been working with her on her approach and getting her to work the board more.
Bosacker, a 1.5 somersault in the pike position.
That's a key, Doug, putting in that work in the off season and improving upon your skill.
Yeah,
And you love to see the dedication.
That's exactly right. Yeah, you absolutely need that in this day and age.
Alyssa Macheski, 1.5 somersault in the pike position.
23.8. Next up, Nadia. 103B forward, 1.5 somersault pike, 1.7.
Alyssa, of course, was one of our seniors and the captain. And so we're gonna miss her a lot. She's been a leader for us the last couple years here. So
Beginning round 2, Leisha.
Nadia Abid gets
Back dive straight,
the first
1.7.
round finish and gets the lead with a 28.9. Back to the top of the order, Leisha Martinez.
good dive from Leisha.
102C forward, 1 somersault tuck, 1.4.
Our table's doing some good work. They're keeping them moving tonight.
Yeah, it is. It is going fairly quickly, considering the amount of dives that are taking place.
Yeah.
Just noticing in the first round, 5 of the 6 Maple Grove divers a score of 20 or more. The only one who missed it was Noelle Chandley at 19.8. Sydney Holloway's second dive, a forward somersault in the tuck position.
Sydney just got to 6 dives only a couple weeks ago, so it's nice to see the new girls really learning the dives quickly and being able to go out there and compete.
A pretty dive from Neuheisen.
Yeah, a couple of 5s and a halves and a 6. Good scores for the judges.
Three and a halves across the board for Lorelei.
103C forward, 1.5 somersault tuck, 1.6.
Amanda Bloomer. 5s and 5.5.
That was a solid score.
Maple Grove's getting some really nice entries tonight. They look to be on point. That certainly improves your score pretty easily. Nice dive by Lily.
Yeah, it was.
It was
very pretty.
Solid dive, good strong lines.
Yep. Nice score, 5.5, 2 5s.
Yeah, deserved score. Got into a nice pike, great entry.
Forward, 1.5 somersault pike, 1.7.
Kinnan a little bobble at the end, lost the feet. She was in second place after the first round.
Scraped the board with her foot there on the way in. So that'll be a 2-point, I believe it's a 2-point deduction.
And the judge is taking a little time figuring out the score here.
Just watch her right foot. Yep.
Oh,
Hit
yeah.
the board right there.
Claire, 401C, inward dive tuck, 1.4.
Yeah, if you're going to hit the board, that's the way to do it. Just a little foot tap on the way in.
Exactly.
Yeah. Nice dive by Claire.
Typically, you prefer not to hit the board, but
Yeah.
Much better than on an inward.
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, nice
Bosacker,
dive.
great rotation.
Very pretty.
Got really tight on her pike. Got enough height off the board.
Yeah, a 6 and 2 5.5 is a really nice score.
And the biggest thing there is obviously the degree of difficulty. That's going to make that dive almost a 40-point dive.
Chesky, good rotation. Maybe a
Think
little bit over rotated.
Yeah, she went over by about a quarter turn there, it looked like.
Yeah, and her scores will reflect that.
Yeah, she's going to get a little bit of a deduction for that.
2 somersault pike, 2.3.
Also goes with the front double somersault pike position. Not quite as strong
35.65.
as it was for Bosacker, and she falls to second place.
I think we might have a little bit of a delay here. We get understandably cut foot, I think, from when she hit the board.
Oh.
It's a good thing we have Doug here for so many reasons,
Well, yeah.
but that is certainly one. Otherwise, we would be sitting here talking to one another about what might possibly be going on.
So she'll be able to continue. Just have to
Yeah, they'll
basically
have to put a
patch her.
bandage on.
Yeah, bandage.
John Patricelli in the orange there. That's our.
He does everything.
He's our everything guy.
He is. He's your Swiss Army knife.
Yep.
Keeps operations running smoothly.
Yep.
I did not know that bandaging scuffed feet was part of the job description, but he's on it.
Oh, you know, for some reason there's sharp objects all over the place in the
Yep.
pool. I don't know why, but.
So we move on with round 3, Leisha Martinez.
Oh. Didn't quite get her hips up on that.
8.4.
Her final dive of the night, but as you said, a young athlete just getting into the sport.
Diver is Noel, 401C, inward dive tuck, 1.4. inward dive, tuck, 401C.
Little miscommunication as to what dive she was planning and what dive they had listed for.
Yeah.
Make sure everybody's on the same page. So, how does something like that work?
It's like a mound visit in baseball, right? So they have to turn in a diving sheet, obviously, that has what they're going to do on it. And then, you know, the coach will say, wait, that's not what I meant to write down. And so they have to do the dive.
Change.
You can't change the dive.
Oh, you can't?
No.
So it's like the batting order in baseball.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yes.
Sydney with a nice dive. A little bit of a twist away from the board, understandably.
Yeah, but she got her feet into a nice tight point.
They did.
Great entry. Look at the scores, yeah.
Next up we have
You can change the dive if,
inward dive,
so say if you're doing the wrong position, you can change the position, but you have to keep the degree of difficulty that is lowest. So if they're doing it tuck, that's the lowest degree of difficulty.
my bad.
So
Sorry,
if you're doing it tuck, but you wanted to change it to pike, you could, but you have to keep the DD associated with the tuck dive.
I got you.
If you're doing it pike and you wanted to change it to tuck, you can, but then you have to take the lower DD, which is the tuck dive.
Good clean dive for New High
Yeah, she got nice scores, a couple of 5.5s and a 5.
24.
And some people think that the inward dive pike is actually a little bit easier because you just kind of point your hands down towards your feet and then your feet fling up instead of the tuck where you're actually getting your knees into your chest. So.
And I would be scared stiff, so bending my knees is not an easy thing to do. It's a good tuck. Kick the legs out maybe a little bit too hard.
Next up is
Yeah, probably a little late on the kick, which is why she went over, but it was still a really nice dive.
1.7.
Landed for 4 or 4.5s.
Good clean dive for Bloomer.
She's got pretty good scores, 5.5 and 2 5s.
She's been, like I said, she's been nailing her entries really well all night, it seems.
51-21D, forward, 1 somersault, half twist, 1.7.
When you talked about that's part of the battle, if you can, you know, do that well, combined with your other skills.
Yeah, it's kind of funny in diving. A lot of people focus on the entry and they think that's everything it is. And obviously that's a huge part of your score, but it's a lot about what you do above the surface too. Obviously, they all have to line up.
Didn't quite get out of her tuck before making it to the water.
Well, she had good rotation, but
23.1.
reflected it by her scores.
402C, inward
And yet, as you see there, it was a 2.2, so even getting 3s and 4s, she still scores over 20 points on that dive.
Inward full somersault, tuck position.
24.8.
Nice dive for Claire, 6, 4.5, 5.
Well, it's interesting. What, a 6 and a 4.5. It's a little bit of a discrepancy.
Yeah, if this was the Olympics, we might have some petitions, right?
Ah. But since it's not.
Is the French judge. Wow, that was a really
That was
pretty
pretty.
dive from
Yep.
Morgan Bosacker. Very controlled, very close.
Got nice height. Look at sevens.
Yep.
33.96.
Yeah, anytime you're scoring over 30 points on a 1.6 degree of difficulty dive, you're doing really well.
Yeah, that was very pretty. Those are the ones that scare me, though. Right in
The
front
closer
of,
the board.
right in front of the board.
Nice dive out of Alyssa there. 6'5" and 5.
Nadia. 403C.
And now
inward, 1 and
Nadia
1/2
Bedu
somersault tuck,
lost the
2.2.
lead after the first round. Hard pressed to try and catch Bosacker after her dive. One and a half inward. Not as clean. She's still a little bit behind. But it's close.
Yeah. A couple of 5.5s and a 4.5.
That's the benefit of
Point and a
multiplier,
quarter.
yeah.
Starting the fourth with a back dive, Noelle Shandley.
21.25. Sydney, 402C, inward, 1 somersault tuck, 1.6.
Did not quite make it all the way around.
She's really been working hard on that, though, so it's good to see her get
It's a
around, get her feet in. Yep.
So scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knowing,
that-
but you could see, you know, early on, the big difference, of course, with Bosacker, real nice and tight to the board in that
Right.
last round. Early on in learning it, you want to get as far away from there as you can. It's hard to stay close to the board and trust to get that height.
24.65. Lorelei, 402C, inward, 1 somersault tuck, 1.6.
Let's see what Lorelei does here.
It was good.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a
Yes.
nice dive. Good entry into the water. See what her scores
She's
are. Pretty good
excited
scores.
about it.
Yeah, I was hoping that her tuck from earlier when she went over a little bit was going to translate. It looked like it did, so that was good. Nice dive.
Inward dive for Amanda Bloomer.
19.6. Lily, 401C, inward dive tuck, 1.4.
Lily Newton with a nice dive.
Just going to keep her feet together at the end there. That was a great dive for her, though. 5.5s.
Yeah, very solid across the board.
Back 1.5 somersault tuck, 2.
I think her best score is like 117, so she's definitely on pace to beat that.
Kinnan got good height, good rotation, just not quite enough. Came out of it a little early, ends up flat.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be a nice score at first.
Claire.
So she absolutely exploded off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somersault tuck, 1.6.
You talk about girls like Claire learning to use the board some more. It's hard to get much flex when you're only 70 pounds. It was good. She had it and then bent at the last second before entering the water.
Morgan.
Yeah, she had, yeah.
Good rotation, good height.
She had a little extra
Relatively
juice on
close
that.
to the
Yeah.
board.
Yep. Just over rotated that one a little bit. Nice dive by
Yeah.
Bosacker.
Yeah, she got good rotation. Nice entry into the water. Good scores. 6s across the board.
Alyssa, 202B, back 1 somersault pike, 1.6.
A good clean dive for
Yeah,
Alyssa. Good body position.
Yeah, good space from the board as well.
25.
Yeah, a little
score.
far out. Good scores. You'd like to see a little bit tighter pike on that, but 5.5. Those are good scores on that dive for sure. Yeah, I was just gonna say this is where the scores really start to rack up some points.
She nailed it back 1.5 in the pike,
Beginning round 5, Noel, 202A.
but still
back,
trailing
1 somersault
teammate
straight,
Morgan
1.7.
Bosacker after 4 dives. Bosacker with the lead at 139.5.
Just looking at the dive list here, it looks like Nadia's got a 2.5 degree difficulty dive coming up at the end though, so she nails that.
That'll be interesting. Well, she's got a one that the next one a 2.3.
Right.
Sydney, 201C, back dive tuck, 1.5. C, back dive tuck, 1.5.
Didn't quite get the tuck in there.
We missed that
Yeah.
part.
9.
Yeah.
Madeline, 52.
Obviously, if she'd done that straight, she would have gotten better scores on that because she got a deduction for not doing the tuck.
1.7.
She can't score higher than 2 points on that dive when that happens.
Full somersault, half twist, laid out.
24.65.
Like a gymnastics move, that one is for sure.
Lorelei, 201A, back
Sure you guys
dive
can see that
straight,
in the
1.7.
wintertime, huh?
We haven't, whatever we have on video, we haven't done much
Oh, really? Okay.
gymnastics in a while.
No, we have not.
But we do get the video.
It's difficult. It's difficult.
Yeah. Lorelei over-rotated just slightly on that. Had nice position, though.
Amanda.
Well, I've always thought those dives are almost harder
They are,
in a
yeah.
lot of ways because
1.7.
as easy as it looks to just get your body just turned enough to go straight.
It's all in the control of the feet. The feet really control that dive when it's a straight dive like that, and there's no flips or rotations or anything. It's just
Lily.
dive straight.
And plus, you have to get good spring from the board as well.
Yes, you need actually a lot of height, which a lot of people don't get.
It's a popular one in round 5. The back somersault straight position.
It's a nice dive when you can do it really well because it's easier to control than, for instance, like just a regular straight dive. Seven and a half.
Yeah, it's, boy, nice scores there.
Claire. 203C. Back 1.5 somersault tuck. 2.0.
See what Claire can do here with back 1.5. 2.0 degree difficulty. Oh, she's been really going after that dive in practice this week. She had a good smack, as we call it, last night.
Yeah.
So good welts off of that.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Back 2 somersault tuck. 2.2.
Current leader, Morgan Bosacker. Good rotations,
Yep.
got around, got her feet in first. Still a little bent as she hit the water, but
Probably not-
solid score.
Probably not the scores she wanted, though.
Alyssa.
That dive is so on the line because if you need the rotation to really get through it, but if you kick out too late, you're going to end up on your back completely. So it's like pulling the rug out from underneath your feet.
That was a very clean dive for Alyssa Macheski.
I think that's one of Alyssa's best dives, and you can see, look, 6,
Look at the
5 and a
score.
half, yeah.
Oh, she got good elevation on it to start.
Okay, so now let's see, because this is putting her on pace.
1.5 twists.
She needs to score 25 points on her last dive to break 150, which is our lettering score.
$52.23D. Back 1 somersault. 1.5 twists. 2.3.
Be a lot of motion in this dive from Nadia.
Boy,
Well executed.
yes.
Very well executed.
Really good rotation.
35.65. Beginning our final round.
So she's on
of
pace to-
diving is Noelle, 52.11A.
Bosacker as well are on
Back
pace to break
dive,
200
half
tonight
straight,
with those scores.
1.8.
Bosacker, I think, at 171, right, Joe? Yeah.
19.8. Sydney.
So this is our final round.
Back dive, half twist.
Chambly
straight,
finishes with a
1.8.
107.55. And now Sydney Holloway, her last dive of the night.
So in that dive, what we want to see is height and then drop one arm to start that rotation over the front. Sydney got 3 2.5s on that. She started leaning into it and turning on the board, so that's why she's going to be deducted on that.
Reverse somersault, tough position, strong finish for Madeline Neuheisen.
Good scores.
Yeah, awesome. Awesome dive there.
Back dive, half twist, straight 1.8.
Let's see if Lorelei can get the height and drop that arm, rotate over to the front.
A little further from the board than she would have liked, but
21.6.
She didn't rotate till after she got off the board, though, so that's why her score was a little bit better than Sydney's.
One somersault, half twist, 1.7.
Pretty good score there with a 6 2 5.5s.
Yeah, I don't think she had a bad entry all night. She was really clean on her entries, so that's going to help her scores.
Straight 1.8.
All right, let's see what Lily can do here on back dive, half twist. Feet came apart at the end.
Abigail.
That'll be why she'll be deducted a little bit on the entry.
One somersault, half twist, 1.7.
a lot of good, strong finishing dives for the Maple Grove girls tonight.
25.5.
Yeah, she gets 5 across the board.
21D, back one somersault, half twist, 1.7.
See what Claire's got left here. Should be good scores. Just needed to straighten up a little bit at the end.
21.25. Morgan.
That was better than her score on Tuesday, so that's very good.
That's an improvement.
Yep.
One twist, 1.9.
One somersault, one twist.
Clean and another strong entry.
She did really well there to get her somersault and twist done and then line up that entry.
Oh, just barely missed it, 199.9.
Yeah, her hands were still up by her chest when she entered, so that would be what the deduction was for. She needs to have them down by her hips.
Chesky is a strong dive to finish.
Just went over a little bit on that dive.
So 5's respectable.
I think that's her best score of the season. I know she's hoping for a 150 for sure.
She
just needed to enter it a little bit straighter than she would have had it.
Twist, 2.5.
Nadia Bede, it needs a 31.1. And I'm sure she's going to get it with that dive. 2.5 degree of difficulty. And she stuck it pretty well.
Yep, that's going to be enough.
33.75.
202.55 on her final score.
That's a nice finish to a nice event for her.
15 minutes.
That is the power, like I said earlier, of the degree of difficulty. Because even if you don't quite get it clean, having 2.5 points multiplier is huge.
Well, Majeski's last dive enough to pull her into the third spot
Okay.
by 0.15
Nice.
That was a nice
over
finish for her.
Abigail Kinnan. So it'll be 1, 2, 3 to Coon Rapids, 4 to the Crimson, and 5 for the Cardinals. We'll take a break and be back with the rest of the swim meet after this. Want to thank Coach Doug Donaldson for joining us for the swim or the dive portion, and we'll let you get back to work.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks, Howie. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Doug.
And we will have more after this. Back at Northdale Middle School pool and back to swimming 100 butterfly. Cardinals have Megan Janke, Megan Schultz, and Bryn Lewis. Kylie Johnson, Sammy Soller, and Emma Bauernfiend are the Crimson swimmers. Schultz, not a surprise, way out in the lead after the first 50.
Yeah, I mean, she got a nice push off the wall in her second way back and able to increase that lead a little bit more.
Schultz running away with it.
Yep.
Crimson running 2, 3, 4, and actually a nice race is developing there between who will finish in those 3 spots, but Schultz running away with it, 31.68 her time. Or 59.31, excuse me. She swam 100 free, or her 100 fly time last week, which was right around that same number. I know it was in the 59s, was second fastest for the 100 free in the meet.
Yeah, she's improved every season that she's had that opportunity. She's a good swimmer.
Janke will take 5th for the Cardinals. Great swim for Schultz, but the depth goes to Maple Grove as they creep ever closer to checking this one out.
Hi there, I'm Officer Harmoning, and this is Crime Prevention in 60 Seconds. Today, we're going to talk about yielding to emergency vehicles. State law requires drivers to move over immediately when emergency vehicles approach. Specifically, drivers should move to the right edge or curb of the roadway and remain stopped until the emergency vehicle passes. So often, our officers have seen drivers slam on their brakes, hesitate, and/or move to the left side of the roadway when we approach with our lights activated. We've also encountered those folks that pull to the right side but drive at slower speeds on the shoulder. All these situations cause our officers to have to react quickly when driving at higher rates of speed. The following video is a good example on the appropriate action a driver should take in this situation. The marked squad car has the emergency lights activated and is approaching the vehicle. The driver sees the squad and quickly and safely pulls the vehicle to the right side of the road and stops, waiting for the squad to pass. That's it for now, and until next time, remember that together we can make a difference.
Back at Northdale Middle School pool. Coon Rapids gets another first place finish, but a 2-3-4 finish for the Crimson in the 100 fly. Helped them extend that lead to 59-35 as we get ready for the 100 free. Event 7 of 12 is underway. Isabella Nortrum, Laura McCarr, Tamala King, and Ella Smith-Jeanette are the Cardinals in the pool. Paige Lewandowski, Tegan Kautzman, and Brenna McMahon in the water for Maple Grove. Excuse me.
I wonder if Isabella Nordstrom is related to Alicia Nordstrom.
I have thought the same.
Yeah.
I would say it's a good chance.
I would think so as well.
Early on, Tamala King in the lead. Going to that last turn.
Pretty good battle there.
Trying to hold off McMahon just above her in lane 6. McMahon, a good push down the stretch. King will get there first, a time of 58.33. McCarr finishes in 5th. So another 2-3-4 finish for the Crimson. Long distance event coming up next, 500 freestyle after the break on CTN. Plants throws deep downfield. Milwaukee behind the defense has the catch, and he is gone.
Great showing in the 100 butterfly. She can't quite catch the leader. And it's hard to throw you for a loop.
No, not when it comes to swimming.
Back at the Northdale Middle School pool, just about ready for the 500 free. And Maple Grove extending the lead to 66-44 after 7 events.
Now this event always it amazes me the long distance and you know how you have to pace yourself in something like in a race like this. Head coach Doug Donaldson was kind enough to join us during diving to lend his expertise.
Yes, a lot of strategy in this race, much more than the shorter races. Got to conserve, but you can't fall too far behind.
Nope.
You want to have a good push at the end. And above all, you have to be able to make it 500 yards. Cardinals from top to bottom, Jalen Michalowski, Ella Cassidy, and Reagan Zeman. For the Crimson, Kylie Johnson, Sammy Solar, and Ryan Hopp.
It's always interesting, you know, trying to swim with the lead in an event like this and trying to pace yourself and don't burn yourself out too quickly.
No, you want to be in front, but you got to go 500.
Yes, you do.
10 laps, 20 lengths. May not sound like much.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. Early on, it's Sammy Solar setting the pace out front for Maple Grove. She's got teammates Kylie Johnson and Ryan Hopp not too far behind. As the Crimson running 1, 2, 3, but still very early.
Now you can see she gets a turn off the wall. And again, as you mentioned, that it's very early. Still, the swimmers continuing to just try and pace themselves.
Kylie Johnson battling to keep pace with Solar up in the top of your screen in lane 6. You can see the Crimson leaders about a full length ahead of 4th place at this point.
Well, Coach Donaldson talked about it when, he sent me a little correspondence earlier today that, again, there's so many swimmers on this Maple Grove squad that swim so well, and he mentioned there's no front runner on this team. There's just a whole bunch of girls who swim fast and swim well.
And at this point, a little more than midway through this 500 free, they are looking for another 1, 2, 3 finish.
See Coach Donaldson yelling some encouragement to his squad.
And now Solar starting to run into lap traffic after length 13 of 20. About to lap Ella Cassidy in lane 5.
Yeah, she's been able to pace herself well so far here.
Well, again, Johnson up in lane 6, not far behind.
Nope.
And then just a couple of lengths behind her is Ryan Hopp down in lane 2. So really a strong race for Maple Grove all around. Three-quarters of the way through for the leaders.
Get near the end. And continued good pace.
Final length or final lap for Sammy Solar. And she is going to be able to cruise in pretty easily. First 3 spots pretty well settled. It's as Solar, Johnson, and then Hopp. Reagan Zeman a lap behind, but running 4th for the Cardinals.
A nice job by the Maple Grove swimmers to control this one.
So Zeman makes her final turn and comes toward the finishing stretch. Winning time for Solar of 5:44.37.
That's some Solar power.
Zeman will take 4th, and now heading down the final stretch also is Ella Cassidy. She will take 5th. And the Crimson continue to push their lead. Just 4 events remaining, and they are on the verge of a clinch. Up next on CTN, the 200 free relay from Northdale Middle School Pool.
County hopes construction of the overpass can start in March or April. and be finished by the start of the new school year.
Yes, I'm going to live to be 100.
Back in Northdale Middle School, 4 events remaining, including 2 of the relays. The 200 free relay up next.
Our next event is the varsity heat of the 200
And you talked about it, Howie, for the Cardinals. No one coming in. They're facing a conference contender, just trying to get the best they can and improve on their own times. Worry about themselves.
That's exactly what they want to do here tonight.
The 200 free relay underway, and Cardinal relay teams have been doing really well.
They have.
And, they have those 3 or 4 girls that have been just outstanding all season long. And you slap 2 or 3 of them on the same relay team, what do you know? You have great results. Ella Hacker, just a freshman, but she gets the Cardinals a great start in the middle.
Well, Coach Townsend talked about the youth in his squad and the numbers. He talked about the 48 swimmers and a lot of youth.
Laura McCarr into the water with the lead, and she's just an 8th grader. But a very impressive swim, however, by Layla Vinn in lane 4 to overtake the lead. The Cardinals fighting to stay in a 3 spot.
Yeah, they'd love to be able to at least get a 3 here at this point.
Brenna McMahon gets to the wall. It's Elizabeth Altman into the water with the lead in lane 4. Ella Sand not far behind up in lane 2. Cardinals have Reagan Zeman in 3rd in between them, trying to catch up, but there's just not going to be time. Oh, I apologize. It's Jessica Bray up top. And it's Emma Schmidt that was trying to track him down. I got my lanes mixed up once more. But a 1-2 finish for the Crimson. 3rd place finish for the Cardinal relay team of Ella Hacker, Laura McCarr, Isabel Nordstrom, and Emma Schmidt. An 8th grader, 2 freshmen, and a sophomore.
Yeah, nice to get that win, at least get that 3rd place time, and as you mentioned, just the young team getting it done.
Up next, 100 backstroke. You're watching high school girls swimming and diving on CTN.
Are you looking for a fun activity for your school or civic group? Volunteer at the Coon Rapids Recycling Center. The center relies on 2 to 3 volunteers every week to help us manage the recyclables that come in and to guide guests throughout the facility. Special events such as paper shredding or the Green Expo require even more volunteers. Stop in and check us out.
Here's a look at the numbers through 9. Maple Grove on the verge of clinching. There's 3 events left.
Well, we talked about Maple Grove that a couple of weeks they'll be playing for the conference championship. Good squad.
.100 backstroke, and another one where you expect to see Megan Schultz setting the pace. She goes nearly midway through the pool underwater off the start and has the lead at the first turn.
Yeah, again, and she's so good swimming with the lead. You see her there. Got a nice lead going.
Caitlin Arseth just below her in second place. Abby Cornelius above her in third. And right now the Crimson running 2-3-4. We've seen that just a couple of wins for the Cardinals' first place finishes. But in both of those races, Crimson have finished 2-3-4. And Schultz is going to win this one relatively easy. Yep. Arseth, nice push last 25, but the lead insurmountable, a win in 1:01.7, and it is a 2-3-4 finish for the Crimson before Eleanor Defoe gets to the wall in fifth.
Oh, nice for Megan to get that first place finish, and that's certainly not surprising.
Take another break. 100 Breaststroke is next on CTN.
This is my kingdom come. This is my kingdom come.
Hi, I'm Ryan Nagasu, 2010 Olympian and bronze medal winner of the 2014 U.S. Championships. I knew I loved skating at the age of 5, and now it's become my life passion. Find your skating passion at the Coon Rapids Ice Center. Classes are available all year round. It could be the place where your skating dreams come true. See you on ice.
Time of 1:01.70. Make a choice.
100 Breaststroke, second to last event. The Crimson have now clinched the victory, so they will swim exhibition. But Ella Hacker has been one of those impressive young swimmers.
Oh, she has.
The Cardinals this season, just a freshman, but scoring a lot of team points and looking to get herself a legit first place finish, even though the points are not being awarded to Maple Grove.
No, she's, yeah. She's got 2 more laps to do it.
One more lap, two more legs.
Yeah, 2 more legs.
We'll get you sorted out.
Yeah, I know.
Looking for
that's
her
what I meant to
first,
say. That's what I meant to say.
looking for her second first place finish of the night. She also won the 200 free. And she has the lead going to the final turn, although she has company.
It's close.
Eva Muscatello right with her. Hacker should be able to hold her off, though, and does. Gets the win in 1:16.86.
A nice win for her.
So Ella Hacker and Megan Schultz each getting the Cardinals' first place finishes. Two, 3, and 5 go to Maple Grove. Cardinals get the 4th place finish from Emma Schmidt. And we will take a break. Be back with the final event, the 400 free relay, after this.
Oh, hi. I'm TV's Howie Shapiro. And when I'm not announcing CTN sports broadcasts with my sidekick Joe Yen, I'm watching all the other great programs on the CTN Studios YouTube page. There's news stories, great local events, and even full games. You can even watch on any smart device with a YouTube app. Whether that's your phone or a tablet, you can watch CTN's great programming wherever and whenever you want. You can even watch CTN's event coverage live. So no matter where you are, you can share in all the excitement. CTN Studios, building community through cable.
Back in Northdale Middle School pool, the final event of the evening, the 400 freestyle relay.
Yeah, and keep your eye on lane 5 for Coon Rapids. It's a pretty good one, full of very good swimmers.
Yep, Megan Schultz and Ella Hacker both have 2 first-place finishes. They will start and finish.
I think Tamala King has one as well, I believe.
But she had a 2nd place finish, I don't believe. Oh, she did have
Nope.
first place in the 50 free.
Who
You're
knows
right.
swimming?
Way to go, Shapiro.
Yeah, I'm a swimming genius, a savant, a swimming savant.
So there you go. All 5 of the Cardinal first place finishes represented in one lane. That's lane 5. Megan Schultz has the lead going to her last turn.
Yeah, she's a great starter for this relay team in lane 5 for the Cardinals.
Well, and she's going to get Jalen Mikulowski in with the lead. And then you've got Tamala King and Ella Hacker to close it out.
Yeah,
That's
pretty strong.
It's a pretty tough lineup.
Well, especially
now
when
the group
Schultz
right
gets that
below
lead.
him in 4th, started with Sammy Solar and now Elizabeth Altman is trying to stay on the heels of Mikulowski.
They're doing a good job of keeping it close.
Tegan Kautzman up in lane 6.
She might be taking
is
the
running
lead here.
in 3rd place right here.
She does.
She did. Altman just a sophomore. And a nice swim by Tegan Couch or Elizabeth Altman to come from behind and take a healthy lead.
Yes, she has.
And now Tamala King has her work cut up for her, trying to catch up to Isabella Grudel.
Yeah, Grudel doing a nice job of just trying to increase that lead.
King able to cut the lead a little bit, but not much. You talked about it. Grudel doing a nice job of pacing herself, keeping herself well out front.
And she had a nice turn at the
as
wall.
she comes to the final transition, you'd have to think Abby Cornelius gets into the water with an insurmountable lead, and she's got about 4 body lengths on the Cardinals. Ella Hacker waiting to get in, and there she goes. She's got half a length to try and make up.
This will be the key here. See if she can do that. She's swimming hard. Able to close it a little bit, Joe. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, it's a 10-yard lead at least for Cornelius as she goes to the final turn. Hacker also has to just make sure she keeps Bray behind her, as Bray was threatening in the lane above, trying to take that 2nd spot.
Yeah, she's not going to be able. She's not going to be able to do it here. Yeah, Megan Schultz got them off to a really nice lead, but unfortunately, the Cardinals couldn't hold it.
Hacker will glide in 2nd place. Bray not far behind her. And down at the bottom of your screen, Jenna Holmgren comes in for Maple Grove in the 4th spot. And that'll do it for the evening of swimming and diving.
Yeah, another good event here. Another good opportunity for us to get out here and see the swim squad. Cardinals knew that, you know, coming into this, they knew Maple Grove was strong, and all they wanted to do was continue to improve upon their times. Head coach Doug Donaldson told us that that's what that's what he hopes for as the season continues. And he's got to be happy with some of the first place finishes that his team has had here
just
tonight.
The progress that this program has made, the strides they have made over the last couple of years, more than doubling in size for as far as number of girls in the pool, and their results have followed. They have a couple of girls who are outstanding talents who are going to rewrite large sections of the records books.
Very true.
At Coon Rapids, but they're still very young, and they're still growing, and they're getting that depth where, a year or 2 years down the road, this meet may go the other way with Maple Grove coming in thinking about the huge challenge ahead of them.
Well, we've talked about the increased numbers of this program, and the better they do, and the more success that they can have, the numbers will continue to grow.
Well, I'm not sure our audience numbers will continue to grow.
As long as
we
you're on, they will.
apologize for the struggles with our live stream, especially football, when we have the most viewer demand. We are continuing to work on it. We hope to have better reception for you from Chanhassen, but don't wait around to find out. Come down to Chanhassen and cheer on the Cardinals as they take on the Hawks. 7 o'clock, go home and watch the replay. The replays are always beautiful. Soccer playoffs coming up on Tuesday. We don't know who, we don't know where. We do know when. And that'll premiere here at midnight. Volleyball on Thursday. That's going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score from the Northdale Middle School pool. Maple Grove 96, Coon Rapids 83. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us, continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro and Neil Highlights Hennett, I'm Joe Young saying goodnight.